My name is Mike, always looking for answers. Martin, and boy oh boy, I got a doozy for you again. When you thought things couldn't get any hotter, what happened? They went to the moon with the hotness. They were so hot that people started laughing. They're like, I don't even know what that even meant. But I do know what this means. Like, click, subscribe. Do it. Bing, bing, bing. Thank you. I knew you guys could do it. Hey, how is everyone doing? That's the most, I think I want to know the most today. How are you doing? Decent? Make the best of your day. I want you to. You got to do something productive, okay? And I want to know this. Don't just lollygag around. Do something productive. I'm going to try to, I think. Anyways, okay, Brooke Hogan has a few things to say. I'm going to tell you my thoughts after this, and I want to know yours too, because I think there's some shady stuff going on again. I know. We'll get right back at you.
On my mom's side, because she had me convinced that my dad was,
a dirtbag.
the worst.
No, even when Brooke was little, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, she would walk Brooke around by the hand, and this is your dad's stuff, and this is this. And even back then, she was undermining. I had no idea, that she would walk in the closet and go, well, that's your dad's this, and that's your dad's that. And I had no idea when Brooke was 11 or 12 years old, Linda was doing that stuff.
And the thing is, though, is that I promised to never tell anybody what she told me. But now that I'm seeing the kind of person that she is and how she's treating me, I'm like, you can't just get away with treating people like this. You can't.
Hogan, what's wrong?
No, the thing is, brother, any normal parent, it's instinct to love your child. It's instinct to want to see and communicate with your child every day. And even if the child did something wrong, if the child did something like, commit a crime or accidentally got in a fight and hurt some kid and he died or something, no matter, you have people that, like Jeffrey Dahmer and these people, their parents go, well, I love him no matter what.
You ever notice how this looks just like a human thumb? At least that's how they looked when I was done with them.
Well, their parents go, well, I love him no matter what. It's just normal instinct for a parent to reach out and say, let's fix this. What did we do wrong? It's not normal when a child reaches out to you to go, just get over it. And it's not normal to go this long without talking to your child and just have, your 19-year-old lover just all of a sudden step into your life and replace your whole family. It's just there's something
that we don't know.
There's something like Dr. Drew said, her attitude, her emotions, her movements, the way she's living her life is that typical of an addict. That's what Dr. Drew said.
Right. Spice, we can say?
Whatever it is.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway? Buddy, I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
Biggest crackhead in the town.
Peanut butter and cracks in it.
He kicked his habit back in the joint. Now he's out on points.
Here I come!
Whatever it is, it's just not natural to be that.
At the end of the day,
you'd help her through it, wouldn't you? I mean, if she came to you and said, Brooke, I have this problem, whatever that is, A, B, or C, and I love you, and you're my daughter, and I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'm...
Charlie on the beach, I didn't know how old he was. That's not true. Charlie came up to the back of the beach house and go, hey, I'm Charlie. I was a scruffy, dirty little kid, that went to school with Nick and Brooke. I mean, she knew from the moment she met Charlie how old Charlie was, and she actually tried to set Brooke up with him, and Brooke didn't like him. It's true.
Brooke,
but for her to go on and on
and on, stretch him. She stretched me. Brooke did.
But for her to go on and on and try to cover her tracks and say, "Well, I really didn't know how old he was." That's just the beginning of a lie.
Right. Spice, what are you gonna say?
Well, one of the things, Brooke, I mean, you're obviously accepting of the divorce. You've been that way for a long time.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm curious of, and I don't know if you've answered this question at all. Do you believe that $40,000 a month is insane amount of money?
I don't even know how I can spend it.
Do you think that she deserves half of all future earnings off your father? Like, what's your feelings on actually the divorce and the
I feel like if she's getting $40,000 a month tax free.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know how you can rent the biggest house in LA.
So that even to you seems insane.
Still have $15,000 left over to shop with.
Up now. Look at talking about money.
The thing is, though, wait. I just have to stop for a second. I don't want to. The thing is, I may hopefully have a relationship with my mother in the future, and I don't ever want to dog her or say that she definitely raised me the right way, and she definitely was a good mother. I'm really, though, right now, between the money and the dogging her family and not being there and putting superficial things before real things, can I say
pissed off.
I'm pissed.
Hootie, where are you going?
And
just come to your senses and realize that you have people that love you.
Everybody loves them. We love her to death. It's
you're
just
right.
ridiculous.
Hogan, be quiet for a second. You're the one that messed this whole up. You messed this up. Let me try to fix it. But here's the deal, man, is if we all just let calmer heads prevail and try to get through this together and stop listening to the hanger-oners that have an agenda. And you know what? If Charlie's who you want to be with, fine. We won't judge. But the people that you're paying that are just dwindling everything that you have left, that Brooke, Nick, Graziano has left, at the end of the day, she's going to be a very lonely person with no family, no friends.
At the end of the day, like, if none of this went down and if she was just nice about it, like, we would all still be, like, so pro Linda. Like,
I think,
you know?
Terry, hold on. You be quiet. You be quiet. You be quiet.
I just want to say one last thing.
I want to say one last thing.
It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
I know. I want to say a good thing before you say that.
Everybody's fine to say
I want to
good
say
things.
one thing, because I know deep down in the heart what kind of person you are. And you actually are too forgiving, to a fault. I really think if Linda said, Terry, you know what? I've made a fool of this whole deal. I do love you. We can't be together, obviously.
She'll never say it.
Hold on. If she said, you know what? Let's sit down in mediation and let's hammer this out. And I'm sorry for what I've done. Let's just, you want a clean separation? Let's do it. I think, Terry, deep down you'd say, tell me when and where, and have our attorney show up.
Yeah, he would.
Well, there's a couple.
Would you not?
Yeah.
Well,
Would you not?
He totally would.
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of people that are talking about, making sense and sitting down and throwing some numbers around, and both sides were talking about that last week. The funny part is, I told David Houston, we are in the exact same place we were 18 months ago. The money's a lot less. And the one thing, and I told Nick, a couple weeks ago, I said, Nick, at the end of the day, 15 years from now, 10 years from now, I'm not trying to, be mean, and I didn't say some of the other stuff. This is one thing I didn't say to him, because when Linda first filed for divorce, I said, can we be friends? She goes, no, we're not going to be friends. That was her attitude when she first filed. We weren't going to be friends. When I asked her, could we at least be friends? She said no. But what I did tell Nick was, I said, Nick, 5 years, 10 years from now, I would be a lot more valuable to your mom as a friend instead of an enemy.
Right.
And I don't want to be her enemy.
Right.
I really don't.
So anyway, Brooke.
She doesn't know any of that.
You're a woman now. I mean, you're not little Brookie.
She doesn't know what's going on with my life.
I didn't mean to make you cry. I'm sorry.
She doesn't know my best friend. She doesn't know what my house looks like. She doesn't know any of it,
Stuff that means a lot to girls.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick could live in a cardboard box and we don't care. We're guys, just give us a T-shirt. But that, like my mom, came and helped Tara, did her decorating and stuff like that. And again, I didn't mean to make you cry. It almost makes me want to make me cry because you've been such a good person.
Want me to come in there and hug you?
No, you're a creepo. Stay away.
Well, yeah, it would be a sexual hug.
You'd be like, hello.
Yeah. Well,
is that I've just been letting things kind of come to me because I've been so stressed out over this whole thing with my mom and the divorce and stuff. I've been working, but I haven't been pursuing anything. You know what I mean? I've been staying on top of it and making sure it doesn't go away. Mm-hmm. I've just been maintaining. You know what I mean?
But are you already looking for another album? I mean, are you writing right now? I mean, you write all your own stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I keep making music and stuff, and I keep doing that. So hopefully I'll have stuff for the next album. But I don't know. It'd be fun to get into the business side of things. Maybe come up with my own TV show and
right. But I mean,
things like that.
You make a pretty good.
Mom Linda reveals they haven't spoken in nearly a decade.
You can take it however you want to. It is what it is.
The ex-wife of wrestling legend Hulk Hogan breaking down in tears on Instagram, reflecting on the major milestones she's missed in Brooke's life.
She's had twins. She got married. She didn't tell us. She had twins. She didn't tell us. She had a huge fight with Terry.
I know what kind of a mother I was.
Brooke seemingly responding to Linda's post on her IG, sharing this cryptic message. Don't let someone make you feel guilty because they are suffering the consequences of their own actions.
This is the repercussions of what's happening.
Fans got an inside look at the once close-knit family.
I need something to jump down somebody's back about. He's an easy target. This is what this business is all about.
Herself from her dad and family after skipping his 2023 wedding, writing on change. With all of it happening in the public eye, I've had to learn how to best navigate those changes as they come, which has been difficult to say the least.
Whoa! Wait a minute! Hold up! Somebody pump these brakes. I want to know what the heck Bubba, the love sponge, is doing there. You notice I cut off a lot of it, but he sure was trying to stir that pot. He wanted to get things going. He wanted to lead down that aisle. You know what I mean? Lead those questions. You can't ask leading questions like that, people. I already know this. You can't do it. So stop doing it, Bubba. Anyways, I think that Brooke is more like, you know what? That's my mom. Back up off my mom. She's still my mom no matter what, family. She just wants everyone to get along. But there's another part coming out. I know. Anyways, I won't keep you longer, but remember, like, click, subscribe. And do you have a freckle on your palm? I do. Wait a minute. I do. Okay, anyways, have a great day. See you later. Boop, boop, boop. Got it? Get out of here. Cut it off, Brenda. Cut it off. Oh, I mean, Sally, what?